Hello traders and welcome back. I realize it's been a while since I last put together a video for you guys, but I have been regularly posting in recent weeks and putting together a trading journal basically. I got a little bit bored over time putting together some of the recap posts and videos and just focusing on trading outcomes, and instead really wanted to kind of dial in a little bit more on the trading process itself and the sort of kind of important lessons that each day has to offer. I felt that maybe is a little bit more valuable long term for people, probably more valuable process for myself as well in terms of actually going through and doing that regular journaling process, which I usually recommend others do as well. So with all that said, as far as today goes, it was a little bit of a slower day overall. Right now we're basically in the midst of summer trading. Slow markets that often do require a little bit of extra patience. So it was a case here where I had an early short, things were really falling through, and pretty much just had to wait it out. And everything just kind of stalled for a while, and that can be kind of a really frustrating thing for a lot of traders, particularly new traders. Often feel like they basically have to trade, have to be active. After all, if you want to be a trader, well, you have to trade, right? But not really the case, especially for experienced professionals. They'll probably largely tell you that sometimes the most important position is not taking a position at all, right? It's just waiting, sitting on your hands, waiting for that next good setup, that next good trade that fits your plan to come along. So kind of an important day for that, not only in terms of kind of waiting for that setup to develop, and then had a pretty good long out of that, but also once in a position and taking a later short, having to kind of wait things out. And it took a while. It's not just 10 minutes, not 20 minutes, just basically sitting in that trade for a long period of time. And it's very tempting to kind of get overly involved, to move things to break even, to kind of give up on that trade or try to just take the small amount that is available. But it is important to as long as the original trading plan, the original trade itself isn't really invalidated, if nothing's really changed, even if things are going a bit slow, you just have to be patient, you have to be disciplined, you have to let things play out. Now, on last one, I did take a little bit off the table just because of the way things were kind of reacting at the lows around the 28.59, but held on to most of it, let most of it run, which is what I had hoped to do. There's definitely some signs in here that the market, if it could push down a little bit below that 59, that it could have a pretty decent run to it. So ended up working pretty well, and that patience, as it usually does, paid off in this case. And it's not always going to happen. Sometimes you get the slower summer markets and things just don't really move much at all, and you're kind of just waiting all day and nothing really develops. But most of the time, if things are pretty tight, it kind of does build up a little bit. It builds up that volume. The more narrow things get, the more likely they are to kind of explode out, to have that breakout move. So in most cases, when things are really slow, I don't really get frustrated. I just kind of look at it as almost an opportunity, because I know that it's pretty likely that if I can just be patient and I can wait things out, that I'm probably going to have a pretty good trade that's going to develop. And not only is it going to be a decent trading setup, but it's probably going to have an above average profit potential as well, just because of the way things build up. So I've posted about that before with kind of that New York lunch phenomenon and really tight mornings leading to big afternoon moves and stuff like that. But it was kind of a good example today. Maybe not quite as big a move as some of those ones are, but still, being patient, definitely a key element to long-term trading success. So if you guys want to read a bit more about that, I'm going to include links with these trading journals on the bottom in the description, and you can also check them out on the site. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I plan to keep these trading journals very short and sweet, since I'm doing them on a daily basis, and I will see you in the next one.